Today's digest covers 11 updates spanning international relations, digital health, defense production, and economic policy. To retain these for the prelims and use them effectively in mains answers, we will map these facts into visual mind palaces, turning list-based data into spatial memory. Tracking specific compliance dates, ministry roles, and project names reveals a broader move toward digital accountability and self-reliance in Indian governance. We begin with the India-Myanmar joint statement. Myanmar's president started his visit at Bodh Gaya, highlighting Buddhist cultural ties. This engagement is central to the Act East policy, with both nations reviewing progress on the Kaladan multimodal project and the India-Myanmar-Thailand trilateral highway. Place this in your first mind palace, the gateway to the east. Picture a golden pagoda with a river and a highway flowing from its gates. Next, a student holds an ICCR scholarship book while sailing in the ocean, representing the Mahasagar vision. Moving from borders to climate, the IMD reports that the southwest monsoon has reached central and western India. The all-India seasonal rainfall is projected at 90% of the long-period average. Anchor this next to the pagoda. Visualize a rain cloud labeled IMD with a glowed icon raining onto a paddy field. Nearby, a thermometer shows heatwave warnings for Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. Agricultural logistics are also evolving. APIDA facilitated the first commercial sea shipment of Banganali mangoes to Singapore. By shifting from air to sea freight, export costs were lowered enough to nearly double the returns for farmers in Andhra Pradesh. Add a cargo ship to your map, marking the shift to high-volume, cold-chain sea logistics. Picture a captain with a Commerce Ministry badge standing over a giant golden mango. Linking Eastern logistics, forecasting crop-critical rainfall, and scaling up agricultural exports are practical steps towards stabilizing trade and rural incomes. In health governance, the Air Suvida 2.0 portal is now active for Ebola screening. International passengers must declare a 21-day travel history, which routes directly to the Integrated Disease Surveillance Program. This aligns with the Jan Vishwas reforms to the Clinical Establishments Act. Procedural violations have been rationalized, shifting the enforcement mechanism from criminal fines to administrative penalties. Oversight is also tightening on pharmaceuticals. Schedule H2 of the drugs rules now mandates QR code traceability for vaccines, anti-cancer drugs, and antimicrobials to help monitor the supply chain and combat antimicrobial resistance. Finally, the National Pharmaceutical Pricing Authority integrated its portals. Consumers can now check regulated prices and file grievances through a single interface on the Pharma Sahi DAM platform. A gate marked 2.0, screening for viruses, leads to a ward where staff hold penalty clipboards and scan QR codes on medicine, while patients use one unified digital suggestion box. These digital checkpoints, from border gates to pharmacy shelves, allow the state to monitor public health risks and pricing without relying on criminal prosecution for procedural errors. In the energy sector, India hosted the 11th BRICS Energy Ministers meeting in Gurugram. A key outcome was the launch of the Digital Center of Excellence for Smart Grids and Energy Storage. In telecommunications, the DOT opened a new e-services portal under the 2023 Act. This moves the industry towards a digital-by-design authorization framework to simplify how service providers migrate their licenses. Domestic defense capabilities reached a new milestone as the indigenous Netra AEW&C system received final operational clearance. This aircraft-based radar serves as the eyes in the sky for the Indian Air Force. To support the supply chain for clean energy and defense, the Ministry of Heavy Industries extended the bid for the REPM scheme. The goal is to build 6,000 tons of domestic capacity for rare earth permanent magnets, which are essential for electric vehicles and wind turbines. Picture a high-tech lab. Gurugram's battery powers a digital telecom screen, while a Netra radar eye watches a crane lifting a heavy rare earth magnet. Scaling up magnet production, deploying domestic radar, and updating telecom frameworks collectively reduce India's reliance on foreign technology and external supply chains. Now for an active recall check. Identify which ministries oversee the new telecom portal, the pharmaceutical price checks, and the Air Suvida arrivals. These 11 updates highlight two primary policy directions: the expansion of digital accountability and the push for greater strategic autonomy in critical technologies. Walk the museum one last time, from the Myanmar pagoda through the monsoon field, past the Air Suvida Airport and John Vishwas Hospital, ending in the high-tech BRICS and Netra laboratory. Briskly, Myanmar links to Act East, Monsoon at 90% LPA, Bunganapali mangoes by sea, Air Suvida for Ebola, John Vishwas swaps fines for penalties, Schedule H2 traces QR codes, NPPA merges pricing and complaints, BRICS launches Smart Grid COE, Telecom digitizes authorizations, Netra receives final operational clearance, and REPM targets 6,000 tons of rare earth magnets. Effective preparation means looking beyond isolated articles to see where these specific data points overlap in the broader context of governance. Keep your Mind Palace updated, and we'll see you next time.